There are so many reasons that we stay with our abusers. And it's so easy for people on the outside to say, you should leave. You can do it. You should leave. Leave him. I left, but I think that I had a lot of luck in my circumstance that not everyone has. And it's very hard emotionally, financially. If you are socially and financially tied to your spouse in a way that does not make things easy for you to leave, it can feel impossible. You're worried about your kids. You're worried about where you're going to live, what your life is going to be like. It is such a huge change. And for someone who's been devalued and criticized for years and brainwashed into thinking that they can't do better, it's very difficult. I found for me that education, teaching myself more about narcissism and what I was going through, and therapy really helped, as well as having support of great friends and family. Abuse is abuse, whether it's financial abuse, manipulation, gaslighting, emotional abuse, or physical abuse. The worst part about the non-physical types of abuse is that the victims are left in a position where it is difficult, if not impossible, to prove. And it leaves them feeling more isolated and more alone, and their friends and family are less likely to believe them. What an unfortunate situation to have something happen to you and have the people in your life not believe you. Believe survivors. These types of abuse are probably the biggest mind fucks and the hardest to get over. Quite frankly, I would probably take another hit over the type of emotional abuse that I've suffered because it heals faster. It never ceases to amaze me that there are people out there that think that victims of abuse should stay quiet and only talk to their close friends and family because it's a private family matter. You lost your right to have someone be quiet about what you've done to them the second you abuse them. I don't care what kind of abuse it is. Abusers are not entitled to silence from their victims. End of discussion. They are not entitled to silence, period. The reason that people talk about it, the reason that narc talk is a thing, the reason that it's hashtag gaslighting, hashtag manipulation, hashtag emotional abuse is because we need to talk about it so that it happens less, so that the victims don't feel like they are constantly alone and suffering in silence. Oh my God, that was the first person that ever said, oh my God, I know him. That's good. So that means you're an idiot too then. That means that you fell for it. That's okay. I did too. We all did. Tons of people did. And tons of people still will. Makes absolutely zero difference in my life. I don't know who you are. Maybe I do. You're not a person in my life. And you're not a person in my life for a reason. For that reason. And that's okay. Because he's excellent at convincing people. So never feel bad about yourself for falling for his shit. Because I've forgiven myself. And he doesn't abuse you. So you're safe. I wasn't. We just had different experiences with the same person. I don't know what else to say. That's absolutely hilarious. I could tell you what happened that night, but that's not what you're asking. You're not asking me what happened. You're not asking what led to the assault. You're asking me what I did to cause my own assault. And I'll tell you what I did. I married an abusive person who is able to control himself in public and chooses not to in private. Any other questions? You trash. That narcissists do is triangulate. They want people in their lives to be fighting over them and to have issues. It makes them feel powerful. It makes them feel in control. It feeds their ego. I'm 103% sure that the new supply thinks that I want him back, thinks that I'm doing this because I'm hurt and I'm just, some bitter baby mama and he left me and I was crazy. Like, I'm 1,000,000% sure that that's the case. And, there's nothing I can do about that. And I really have learned to not care about that. But the triangulation is interesting because he definitely created a situation where she thinks I'm crazy because of things that he's telling her. Him not taking accountability for anything in our marriage, telling her that it was his mother, that it was me, that it was anyone but him.